back in.
Okay, so let me.
This should be the same one.
All right, yep, hang up.
Okay, there you go. There you go.
All right, I'm here.
Okay.
Let them know to click the same link.
Okay. Let Nikki know to come back in. You getting your husband back in?
She said her daughter was doing that. Okay, so we'll just keep going with
Yeah.
Yeah, he's coming back.
Okay.
Man, he talking some real game on here.
Okay.
So we just want to know, how do you feel about the whole situation? Are you overwhelmed? Are you feeling all the love that Steven is bringing? Do you feel like that love is going to grow over to you and all of your siblings and loved ones that are around you and love your mom?
Yes, I do. I do. I like him a lot.
I know there's a hesitation because we really don't know what to expect when a loved one comes from incarceration, because there's so much they still have to pick up on and get back into the life of.
But I think the exciting part is that you would be like extended daughter, you know, like his add-on. And if he has any children or not, you can be the catalyst to help bring him back when he get back with mom and they get settled into their relationship, and the whatever the dynamic is with you, you can always like hip him to some new stuff. Like, nah, we doing it like that now. You know, it's like you're young, you got things going on a little bit different, like Snapchat and TikTok and stuff like that. If he ain't up on it, which I think he is, since he got that cell phone in there popping. But you can like engage with him on different levels. So I think that's pretty exciting to be able to build a bond with your mother's husband and create a relationship for yourself with him, you know, to have your own relationship.
I do like talking to him. Like, he's very easy to talk to. Like, I mean, he easier to talk to than my own father. So it's
wow.
Yeah.
Well, that's
awesome.
Encouraging. That's encouraging to know. And do you feel like he'll be very supportive to you?
Man, like I said, once again, I feel like he's in jail. And my dad, he just got out of jail, but we didn't talk. Like, me and Stevie can be on the phone for like, you feel me, 30 minutes or so, and he always got something else to say. You know what I'm saying? My dad is not like that. Like, I would have to talk in person with my dad, but I can tell that the vibe is like already there because he in jail once again. Like, so in person, I already know, you know, I feel like we're gonna be really close. I do.
Awesome.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So how do you feel about Jovonna merging your family? Does he have children already?
Yeah, he has a daughter, my daughter's age. So he does have one.
Nice.
And we do plan on starting a family when he get home. I told him though, I said, I'm older now, so I don't know, if it'll work that easy anymore, but we're going to work on it.
And you would be willing to at this
Oh,
day?
yeah.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
That's what's up. That's beautiful.
I'm
that's
getting my body prepared right now.
Awesome. I mean, that sounds like you're really putting together this family, and you really seem like you want that. How would you feel about, or have you ever, Dejanay, I'm going to go back to you, Dejanay, have you ever dated someone incarcerated?
No.
And
No, I want to say something too though. I never wanted a man that was incarcerated because my dad, he's been in and out of jail my whole life. So
Yeah.
I'm cool on the incarceration.
That's definitely understandable. Yes.
It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. And I think that with the love, when the love is strong between two individuals, I think that's what keeps the relationship together.
Right.
No, I ain't referring to them. I'm talking about me because my father, like my whole entire life, like been in and out of jail, and I hate that. Like that, the whole time, basically, my whole teenage life, he was incarcerated, and it's not for me.
Just for your choice.
So how was that for you, having a father incarcerated? Were you sending letters, going to see him?
I don't send letters. He was asking me this time because he just got out like 2 weeks ago, and I have not. He was in there for 4 years, and I don't send letters because you shouldn't be in there. I'm 25 years old, and you've been in there all my life. I'm not sending you no letters. I'm not putting no money on no phone. I'm not doing none of that. I don't do that. Not even with my own father. So I can't see me doing it for no man.
For nobody else.
Well, you know what? You make a very valid point, Dejanay, because I got burnt out with letters and packages and promises because my brothers have spent most of their life in prison. And as a little girl, you getting them letters from your big brother saying they're going to come home and they're going to do right and they're going to do this and do that. And then 2 weeks, 3 months later, they back in jail. And this is the same cycle. Then they say the same stuff over. And it's like, well, I got tired of writing letters. So, fellas, if you get incarcerated messing with me, it's a long kiss, goodnight, Irene.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm not hurt. I commend you ladies because my brothers burnt me out. I mean, over 25 years of sending letters and commissary and getting in, getting out, getting that one outfit for them to come home. See, I know all about that because that was part of my life as my brothers. Like, I know this is why we want to do this show, because when you're incarcerated and you have a family member on the outside, they're sort of incarcerated with you because we got to keep up with your off days. We got to keep up with the times you can be on the phone. We got to keep up with the money that I'm gonna bring. Like my sister, she was dating somebody and she would make sure she had the quarters for the vending machine. She would make sure she had the gas on Sunday. You know, it was a whole day trip. She gonna be gone all day, but she would go. And I was just like,
it's a whole dedication. And that's what I was gonna ask you ladies. Like, I didn't mean to get real personal, and I hope that you guys weren't offended by me asking the financial situation. How does it put a bearing on you financially? Do you feel like you're putting a lot out and not really, because you're not really getting back what you're putting out? So I know Jovonna said your husband sends you the money, but for Nikki, how does that work for you? Is it a financial burden on you?
No.
You don't feel?
So before he went to jail, before he turned himself in, he gave me a bunch of money to take care of him. So that's his money that I put on his books. So it doesn't cost anything. So
gotcha.
If he say send me All right, here you go. Like, if you burn through it today, you burn through it. Like, I don't care because it's his money. So now, if he burns through his and this start affecting me, then he already know. I'm like, hold on, bro. You spending too much. You in jail. Free meals a day. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, you ain't living in the free world, but he knows. So I'm good. So it's his money.
And Jovonna, you're traveling. You are traveling. You're in Ohio right now. And so do you have you traveled a lot since he's been incarcerated?
Traveled a lot. No, because of COVID, I haven't been traveling. Just for safety reasons.
Mm-hmm.
I'm here now in Ohio. But no, I haven't done a lot of traveling, but I do plan on it.
I know that's right. See, I dated someone who was incarcerated, and like my sister was saying, I was dedicated. I was that person that, because I saw how my brothers experienced incarceration, it's nothing, that heart that you feel for that person while they're incarcerated, it double folds. Yeah. It double folds because you know what they are not being treated the way you want them to be treated. And I was there. My incarceration was in California with my guy, and he was in Tracy and State California prison. And I tell you what, that was a very expensive 2 years of my life. And I just said to myself, if I'm not married like you, Jovonna, to this man, he is not getting no more of my time, because when he came home, I wanted to jump on his back. So,
hey, pardon self, right? What, he did something wrong?
Well, it wasn't that. The things that I was being told wasn't the things that he actually came home and did for me. And so it was just a lot of game. And so now it's like when I hear that conversation, it's just gang to me. So
pardon self, Queen. What I was gonna say is, like, that's why us coming in the door and getting back with each other, like, everybody was like, Stevie trying to use her for because she got money, or Stevie trying to use her for whatever purposes, but Stevie got pride, you feel me? So when we got married, everybody thought that she was paying this, that, and the third. I sent her $2,500 to get down here. Sent Dejanay $500
he
drive.
bought a plane ticket for Dejanay to fly to Texas to drive back up to Ohio with me. And then he paid for my son to ride with me to Texas and then fly back to Ohio.
Wow, that's love. That's what's up. See, that's what I'm talking about. If we gonna do it and we gonna be locked down together, let's work together. Now that I can work with, because it's not all on me. But if it's gotta be all on me, I'm sorry, baby, I'm probably out the door. I'm that one that she left and got with the milkman. Yeah, her.
Hey, that saddens me though. You hear me?
Yeah.
Because some guys, right? Like, they be inside of a situation, and when you lock down and you have no life, right? Some of these dudes be so messed up that they start creating and fabricating a life inside of their mind of what they want to be. You know what I'm saying? And then they feed it to themselves, and then ultimately they feed it to you.
Wow.
And it be that people really need love. People really need love, though. Like, if you knew some of the things, like I ain't gonna lie, like, situations have been so strenuous with the way that you treated inside of here, right?
Yes.
Like, with inmates, like me coming through this institution, like, I grew up boxing, right? Like, inmates, I'm not worried about inmates. It's always the staff, racist staff, like walking down the hallway and just get called a nigga out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? And then they want to hit you, or they want to try to emasculate you. So they strip search you every chance that they get. They put pink handcuffs on you when they take off. Things like that. The whole, right, for doing nothing, because they try to meet quotas. So how it looks is, inside the institution, you might have 2,500 inmates, right? But it
Right.
only housed 2,000 inmates. The other 500 cells is cells inside of the hall.
Wow.
Oh my
We
goodness.
lost them.
That was a strong point right there, Jovonna.
Bring our brother back. Bring that king back.
And I'm so glad he touched on how the men create these stories. And they make them so good.
Yeah.
And it's not that they're lying; they believe them because they said themselves these lies. You know,
that's what I was saying.
They're not lying to you.
I
This
never
is in their
heard it
mind.
like
This is what
that.
it is.
But
Yeah.
that's real that he even brought that up because you know that be my thing. I heard it so much with my brothers, you know, but maybe it was a different time because they started out in the 70s going to jail. I have dated some guys in jail. I have in my past when I was younger, and it was more like a pen pal situation. I'm just going to be your pen pal and send you money and send you pictures, but it wasn't nothing I was dedicated to. When I want to stop, I stop. But I hear what you're saying, Steven. Those guys need that affection. They need that love. They need that communication to keep them going. So now it's turning this show for me, this episode, into something a little bit more detrimental. Like, well, what we all have somebody in the system.
Mm-hmm.
What can we do? What kind of action can we take to show them that we have that extensive love for them, whether we're giving them the letters or the money on the books or not? Like, what action can we take
to be supportive?
If you're not a letter writer or a phone call taker, you know, what can you do? So that's something that I would like to, you know, find out. Like, Steven, what would you suggest if you know, family member, you just want to hear them say hello? What is it that you would look for in communication, not just from your wife or your daughter-in-law, but from your mother or your sister or your cousin? What is it that
See, right now, I'm like, me personally, like, I'm going through a lot of turmoil right now, right? But I don't let that affect how I deal with other people. Like, my little brother was murdered last year in May. My sister just died. My sister just died, what, 2 weeks ago?
Oh, wow.
My mother got stage 4 cancer. My aunt got stage 4 cancer. And the only other, that's my support group, other than my cousin, who was like my sister, who just had surgery and it's in the hospital for getting half of her lung removed for cancer. You know, so like,
oh, that's a lot. And we're sorry to hear that. Those are triumphs that you have to stay such a soldier for. Like, how do you stay strong knowing all this stuff?
You know, sometimes I waver though, you know, like sometimes it be real hard though.
Yeah.
You know, but like the whole thing, like I had to call my wife yesterday or the day before and talk to her because I was having irrational thoughts. Like, you know, like even though I'm close to the door, it'd be like sometimes it'd be hard though.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes a person need that love though. Like I done seen so many, and when you going through all of these things, like I look at it like this, like with you being inside of a jungle, you got to look at everybody like whatever type of animal they are. Like I'm a tiger. I'm a recluse. I stay by myself. I don't bother nobody, right? But if you come inside my path, I'm on some other stuff, right?
Yeah.
Because I don't disrespect nobody. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But it be the police that come inside of your path and they be alpacas. And then they disrespect you so bad. Like I done been put inside of the hole where they opened up the window during wintertime when it's 20 below out here, right? And don't give me no blankets, nothing. Just a mat. And I gotta sleep up under the mat in order not to freeze to death. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
What is that all about? Are they doing this to punish you more, or they dislike you? What is going on?
See, the thing is this, like I believe this plays a big part in it, right? Like when I came inside of the institution, I was a young dude. I was very active. They couldn't catch me or nothing. But with me being young and like boxing and stuff, like I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I beat up a lot of people in the penitentiary, right?
Yeah.
As a young dude, but I was a teenager. And you know, when you watch movies where it be a lot of gay stuff going on inside of your mind, you think that that's what the penitentiary is about. But
Right.
honest to God, it ain't though. You know what I'm saying?
It's a lot of
It ain't
politics.
nothing like that. Yeah. So I got fed this indoctrination. So with me coming inside of the penitentiary, I'm like, I gotta be hard, but nobody say nothing to me. So now I done built up a reputation, and then I went through the stint of my life where I was hustling inside of the joint, you know, had staff members bringing me in stuff and stuff like that to make money. So now they can't catch me doing anything. So what they want to do is subject me. When I done stopped doing everything, my name then got so big that it precedes me. So any institution that I go to, they want to try to get a trophy off of me. Like, yeah, I just did this to Steven Knowles. You know what I'm saying? When I've been humble and I haven't really did nothing in over 10 years though. You know what I'm saying? Like, so yeah.
I'm happy you on your way out the door from that situation, Steven.
Yeah, for sure.
These are the kind of things that make me want to go and really fight for the men in prison.
Yeah.
Because I know when my brothers was there, how hurt I was just knowing they were being subjected to those type of situations for no reason.
Yeah, I just left Lucasville. In Lucasville, I seen a lot of young Black dudes murdered, right, by the police. And then the police say that they committed suicide and they get away with it. You know what I'm saying? I seen, like, they got a video of an incident that happened while I was down there where they made the white dudes cuffs loose and then let the Black dudes out and had the white dudes stab up the Black dudes. You know what I'm saying? Had them cuffed to a table where they couldn't move. And
see,
the
those
white
things
dude,
need to be exposed. That
but
kind of shit need to be exposed.
Yeah,
and
that's
You're right.
I don't even imagine a human having to be exposed to that kind of stuff, you know? And then your loved one, your wife, feeling like every night worrying about you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is that overwhelming for you or Nikki? Go ahead, Steven.
Oh, that's what bothers me the most. Like having people that I love worry about me. And then I'm a protector and a provider. So like if I ain't around, like I don't like the reason why I had her come from Texas for real, right? Is because when you somewhere where I don't know too many people that I could call, if something happened to you, I can't call and make sure you okay or send nobody to go make sure you cool, you know. And then with me, like I don't know.
I know that feeling. You want to be the protector. You say you a lion, so I know the lions protect their kingdom.
Oh no. See, I'm a queen. I'm a tiger. You know, them lions, they run up in the tree when they see a group. You could grab the whole world and put them against me. I ain't going nowhere. I promise you.
I'm so sorry you did say a tiger.
Speak on it. And you know what, Steven? I just want to say this. With all sincerity, with this conversation being had, I look at things a little bit differently now. I'm not going to say I'm going to go out there and look for somebody in prison to marry.
Right.
What I'm saying is I will definitely have more compassion, more empathy, and more understanding when it comes to if I was to encounter this situation. But I want to let you know that you have a wonderful, loving, supportive, willing to open up her womb and give you another baby woman behind you, you know.
Yes.
And not only do you have her children. They seem to love you. And I'm sure you have family that love you too. So I know you're going through a lot. I know your family is going through a lot. I know you're faced with a lot, but you almost to the door. So I just want to send you some words of encouragement to tell you, don't let those people have you sitting there another 5 or 10 months on something that they're trying to seduce you to have more time on your shoulders. You come on up out of there because you got a lot to do. And I know they always do that when it's close to coming home. They always find ways to mess with you. My nephew was in that prison that the Kardashian chick went out there and helped in Mississippi. They took his shoes. They took his shoes. They wouldn't feed him for a whole week. He would call us, they won't feed me. They took my shoes. I don't have no drawers. I'm walking around here with no drawers on. They done took my socks. They, and it's like, okay, so we have to know, and I want you to know that we care. That's why we're here doing this segment today, because we want people to know, just because you on lockdown don't mean that you can't be acceptable to the love and the support that you have on the outside. And I support you. I support y'all relationship
for sure.
And I'm riding for y'all. And Nikki, I'm riding for you and your man and y'all relationship. And I just want to ask you all before we get up out of here, Nikki, you can start. We'll start with you, and then we'll get down to Dejanay, and then we'll go on over to Jovonna and then we'll end up with you, Steven.
Then to Dejanay, then to you, Queen.
Okay, got it. Thank you, babe.
You're muted.
All right. So we apologize about that. So what we were asking was, could you leave us one piece of advice on Nikki, on what you would tell the next woman, the next man coming into a relationship on love on lockdown?
Come back to me. I don't know. Come back to me.
Okay, we'll come back to you. So Dejanay, being that you are the extended love of the love on lockdown, what is some of your advice that you would give?
No, like as far as what?
Like just being supportive of somebody on lockdown, you supporting your mother, supporting her husband, you being
basically, I feel like everybody do need love. I feel like because my mom, I do want to say this though before I start that. My mom made a book years ago about her future husband. And it's this one quote that gets me all the time, and it is just so sweet. It's just the sweetest thing. She's like, I might even know you. Like, I don't know how to say it. How do you say it? I don't know how to say it.
How it go, girl? Tell us how it go.
What's the quote?
I don't know how it go. It's like,
did I meet you before and didn't recognize you? If so, I'm sorry. I apologize.
Oh, say it again. Say it again.
Did I meet you before and didn't recognize you? If so, I apologize.
Wow. That's a strong statement.
Right. I accept your apology.
I was about to ask you, Steve, you okay with that?
No, and when she was reading it to me, she was reading me a usurp out of her book, and it was like she was talking to me.
Wow.
That was part of that was the letter that she's talking about, babe.
Yeah, I know. Hey,
that's amazing.
Not to just butt in, right? But at that time when we was doing that, like me and her, we used to be best friends and stuff, right? Sneaking and creeping. Hey, and she had mail at the time, her son, and I don't know, I was in love with that little guy. He used to fall asleep.
Real close with him.
Yeah, he used to fall asleep on my chest.
Oh. Oh yeah, y'all been together a while.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
That's important to be able to grow with that kind of love, because like I said, after you've been told so many things, and you really expect that love to be strong when you get home. So I'm praying and I'm knowing y'all have manifested something very strong. Yeah. And I'm praying that whatever it is that y'all seek, that y'all find it and it grows and it blossoms into whatever it is that y'all want it to become, something so beautiful, because everybody deserves it.
That's right.
And everybody needs it.
That's right. And I'm thankful for y'all relationship. And I'm thankful for y'all being very transparent, you and Nikki, for coming on here and sharing y'all's testimony and stories. Because again, family and friends have a lot to say when you dating on love on lockdown, or when you're married to love on lockdown, but they don't understand the dynamics. They don't understand the ins and outs. Like, you guys have all this history. Nikki knew her man before they got together. And it's just like, just because he's in jail doesn't make him a bad person. Just because he made a mistake, or he ran from the police, or he drank one too many drinks and ended up in jail, doesn't make him a bad person.
I just want to know, before we go, is there anyone that's opposing these unions with you, Nikki, and Cedric, and you and Steven and Jovonna? Are there anyone opposing these y'all's unity?
Everybody opposing ours, but acting like they in our circle, acting like they love it.
How do you deal with that? How is that? Do you just cut them off, or do you find a way to still play the game? Like, I'm like, y'all with it, we with it,
No, I'll be like, dang, bruh, you supposed to be bruh. Like, you supposed to be like family. You know what I'm saying? I feel, and it be crushing me though. Like, like, I don't know how Jovonna feel about it, but I know that it be causing a lot of, it be causing a lot of uncertainties, where she feel like I be feeling like sometimes I have to prove myself. I have to go and show her, like, babe, this ain't that. Like, this is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And so I be getting myself in trouble sometimes, right? Not meaning to get myself, because it be innocent. Like I don't know. I let her speak on that though.
He wants you to soothe it over.
What he be doing?
What he be doing?
What he be doing?
Oh my gosh. Okay, so y'all know he on social media. You know.
Wait a minute. You on social media?
We got to follow you.
He's on social media. He tells me about social media platforms to get on.
Prolific guy.
Telling you how to stay up on it.
Yeah, he tell me, like, yeah, get on this app right here and go live. I'm like, oh my God, I didn't even know nothing about this. So he's pretty, he's been there a long time, but he stays active in the streets. Mm-hmm. He knows what's going on. He studies what people wearing. He's not one of those types that's gonna be like coming out and be stuck in the night.
Doing the running man. I ain't about to come out doing the running man. Doing the stanky leg.
The stanky leg. No, it's the butterfly.
Yeah. I ain't gonna come out doing that.
What about you, Nikki? Is there any opposers in your game? Is there any opposers telling you shouldn't be doing this? This is not for you. And where's the naysayers?
I mean, one of my best friends, she absolutely hates him, but she hates him in general. So for him to go to jail, that only made it worse. And then one of my other friends, she's like, why? She was like, you're so much better than that. And I'm like, damn, you act like he killed people and went to jail for molesting kids or something, like,
right?
It was a driving situation. Mm-hmm. But they absolutely hate him. They're like, but I think it also comes from, like, well, my best friend, she had a really bad experience with dating a guy. Like, they were dating before he went to the feds, and then when he went to the feds, he sold her a whole bunch of sweet nothings, because when he came home, he did good for about the first 5 or 6 months, and everything he said he was going to do, he was on it. And then he went right back to his old self, if not worse, actually. And so, like, he messed over her. So she's just like, don't put yourself through that, blah, 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 et cetera, et cetera. But they know me. And at the end of the day, like I tell my mom and daddy couldn't tell me what to do. So damn sure a friend can't tell me what to do.
Right.
And I like my decision, just support it. Or you can quit talking to me like, I'm grown. I do what I want to do. I've always done what I wanted to do. And so far, so good. Like,
that's what I love about Nikki. She's so strong-minded.
Yeah, like,
I do what I want to do.
Yeah, so they already know. So, so like, now they're getting to the point where, especially since he's been gone, because like when I told everybody, hey, say it's getting ready to get locked up, like, oh my God, it's getting real.
Yeah.
And so everybody, you know, like I said, they were like, why are you so much better than that? Whoop, whoop, whoop. We would have never thought this and blah, and all that crap I'm not trying to hear. And so they know, because they know how I am. And again, I do what I want to do regardless. And either you going to roll with me or get rolled over. I don't care which one you choose.
Yeah.
So now they're like, how's Sad doing? You talked to Sad today? Oh my. And like when, so like, and everybody knew, cause like I was complaining, like I had to pay Arizona $25 for him to be able to call me. So then everybody turned into every day, have you got approved? Have you talked to him? Have you
Or
talked
the
to him?
credit
So
check.
yeah, so when I told them Saturday, I was like, oh my God, he just called. And they were like, what? Oh, yeah, good, I'm glad. Oh, I know you haven't heard from him. I'm like, no, really, because he off calling me just straight up fussing. Like, you ain't even halfway right. So now, like, they don't really, they keep their negative, and I'm sure that amongst them, they probably do have their negative conversations and everything. And